Hey, do you need wallpaper? Go to wallpaperboulevard.com. Give them my name, tell them Spencer Colgan sent you, and they'll be sure to give you 10% off at checkout. Check it out. Tell them I said hello. They have a tremendous selection. Don't shop anywhere else until you've checked out www.wallpaperboulevard.com. Hey, this is Spencer Colgan from Spencer Colgan is Wallpaper. So I have the privilege of working in an historic home in Tampa. I can't give you the address for obvious reasons, but it is one of those homes, one of the most unique, because it's 120 years old. And so I installed the product you're looking at behind me. But the video is about wallpapering in a staircase. It is by far one of the most dangerous undertakings to work on any ladder in a stairwell, but particularly on a scaffold. So I want to show you the safest way to erect a suitable ladder for an inclined surface such as a staircase. In this case, we don't have a narrow stairwell that you see in many houses. This is a mansion, but in a residence, at least if you fall, you're going to only fall back a couple of feet against the wall. But in this case, this big open stairwell, how do you go about putting wallpaper on this wall that you're looking at? How do you go about that? When I first started out hanging wallpaper, inevitably you get requests to hang wallpaper in stairwells. And you don't like to say no, but there comes a time when you're doing wallpaper in various rooms and they say, we like it here too. And you can't chicken out. So how would you go about hanging wallpaper? I'm going to tell you how a do-it-yourselfer would do it, and some unprofessional paper hangers would do it. They would get a ladder that's 10 feet high, and they would hang this sheet, until they got to the first step. Then they would put the ladder on one of these steps and perhaps hang it with the ladder going this way, and then try to get up here and kind of hang over this wall and do it. Let me tell you something, that's a good way to get injured. Don't hang wallpaper like that. It can't be done. Now, I've painted surfaces above stairwells, and I just extend my brush on a painting pole and I can cut the line within a reasonable distance from the wall. But when you have to get up against that wall, when you hang wallpaper, your body should be no further than 2 feet away from the wall. Well, I'm going to show you how to do it. Take a good look at this rig. The distance from the floor upward, if anybody does scaffolding, they'll know that each section is just under 6 feet. So we have 1, 2, 3 pieces. So that ceiling is just under 20 feet from the floor. Now, I want you to pay particular attention to these words. Heavy duty. This is not a flimsy scaffold. There are different types of scaffolds. This is a heavy duty. But I want you to see how there's a guard. You see that guard? When I stood on that top level there, I have that rail going across. That's my guard from falling. I want you to pay particular attention to this rig piece that's connected, that expands my center of gravity. It prevents the thing, obviously, from tipping, right? As does this banister. Like, let's just say I push off the wall and I move my scaffold this way. Well, even if my wheels are locked, which they must be locked, there's a chance that this is going to move over the 5 or 6 inches and be stopped by this. So that serves as an outrigger, like this piece. So the other thing I want you to take note of is that even though this rail is not providing the base for this, what it's doing is stabilizing the rig by connecting this wall of the scaffold to this wall. My rail is preventing the shifting of the rectangle that is made that you stand on. So it would even be better if I had another rail over there, right? But I do here, I have 1, 2, and of course I have 1, 2 up there. And so when I get to the top part there, my scaffold is not moving that much, okay? It's moving as one, if it moves at all, from my movement on the scaffold. And then, take note that the wheels here are touching this floor, but the wheels here, you see all of these holes, you can set up your scaffold, you can simply move the wall of this part upward and connect the rails into any holes you'd like. And then you have a level surface on which to climb up to the top part. So that's an important note. These wheels are down. These wheels are up on the second, on the first step there. When we go to the second scaffold, now, should I have them connected? Yeah, that would do great if I had them connected by a clamp. You see that clamp? If I had them connected here, it would give... I just didn't need the stability. I had no need for it because it is heavy duty. Okay? There's not a lot of movement here. So we have this scaffold up on the higher step, and take a look at where the wheels are over here. And then we get a nice level surface, okay? And we can walk all the way across, and we have a stable set of scaffolding on which to hang this wallpaper. If this banister were not here, okay, we could simply connect the scaffolding to the wall. And then you simply chain or otherwise attach the scaffolding to the wall. You penetrate the wall temporarily, and then it attaches it. You connect it to the studs in the wall. Never had to do that, but you could. I've seen it done outside when guys who do stucco walls on the exterior of a house. You'll take note of the 2x4 that's being used as the top rail there. It's a safety mechanism, just like this rail is here. But I used a 2x4 to provide a safety so that, if I fell, I wouldn't be, this is very serious. Very serious. And it stayed very well. I recommend a top rail, not a 2x4. I would not use a 2x4 if I were you. Would not do it. I would simply get another rail and use it across here. Okay? But this is what I did. I attached a 2x4 vertically, And you can see I used multiple clamps for the stability of this vertical rail. So it's attached. You cannot move this thing. And then we screwed the cross member into the 2x4 and connected it with a clamp over there. This provided a very sturdy surface on which to walk literally back and forth. Okay? If this banister were not here, again, I wouldn't feel safe with this. Were it not for the outrigger there that we talked about earlier. Okay? And since I can't fit one here, I could simply attach one here and put it onto this top step here. But I still would want something here, and so therefore I might be inclined to attach it to the wall. But anyway, that's how I installed the wall covering you're looking at in this stairwell. Okay? Tell me how you do it. I know folks have different ways of doing things. I know that some folks will say, put one ladder here, put one ladder here, and run a telescopic plank between them. This is obviously safer. That telescopic plank is narrow, and you could lose your footing and fall. So if you have any good suggestions, please let us know down in the comment section. Thanks for watching.